Hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another Look Good, Smell Good fragrance review. Today I have the newest rendition from the house of Davidoff, none other than Davidoff Coolwater Aquaman. So this was just released this year in March 2020, I believe. So you have the Aquaman newest release. Some of the notes that you're going to get from this fragrance. In fact, the only three notes that you're going to get from this fragrance, guys, you're going to get green mandarin, black pepper, and GUAIAC wood. And those of you that remember, last year was released this one right over here. You have Davidoff Aquaman, the Intense. So this was released, it was the newest flanker. I think previous Coolwater was released in 1988, and that was the original Coolwater. This, however, was released last year in 2019, and this only had three notes as well. So you had green mandarin, coconut nectar, if I remember correctly, and amber. So yeah, that's it, Intense. And I do also own the original over here. So you have Coolwater, Intense, Coolwater the original. Great fragrances in my opinion. Davidoff Coolwater Aquaman. This is the one that we're going to be reviewing. So yeah, let's get to it. Davidoff Aquaman Coolwater Eau de Toilette. Okay guys, so yeah, let's get to it. We got Davidoff Aquaman Coolwater, released as mentioned in the opening statement, released just of this year. How does it smell, guys? When you first spray this, man, is this a super fresh woody scent. It is a super fresh woody scent, guys. Like I mentioned in the opening notes, the only three notes you're going to get from this fragrance is going to be the green mandarin, the black pepper, and the GUAIAC wood. Now, first of all, I just want to say, when you initially spray this, guys, as I said in my first impressions, the green mandarin, you only get subtle hints. I would have wished that they added more of the green mandarin to a higher note potency, if that's correct, just so it can come through a little bit more. I would have liked the scent of green mandarin just like they had in the O Intense, which had a really beautiful green mandarin type of scent opening. And I would have wanted the same thing in Aquaman, just so it can give it that, you know, that light fruity type of kick. But because of the black pepper and the GUAIAC wood, this just turns into a really sharp scent, and it smells super fresh, like out the barbershop, you know, like a shower gel, a deodorant straight out the barbershop. That's the type of scent that this has. It doesn't have that sweet smelling scent, and I would have liked it just to have a little bit of sweetness, but it's just really strong with that black pepper. Now, for those of you that don't know black pepper, it is a really beautiful note in my opinion that does really well in certain fragrances. Salvatore Ferragamo's F Black has black pepper in it, and that smells beautiful, and I love the way it comes out in that fragrance. And recently I did my first impressions on Halloween Man Shot, and that also had black pepper in it, and again, that's a really nice good smelling fragrance as well. So don't be put off by the note of black pepper. It's a nice scent. I like smelling it. It gives it this real masculine, sharp, spicy type of kick that smells really pleasing. So let's move over to Davidoff Coolwater, guys. As you know, only three notes. My biggest disappointment with this fragrance over here, that it just doesn't have that wow factor. You know, like I've sprayed it on a test strip a little while before, and it doesn't have that wow factor. What is this? Davidoff Coolwater is an average scent that you can wear to the gym, to the office. You're going to the shops, you're doing your daily errands. Is it anything special? No. Has it got that wow factor? No. Is it a mature scent? So most guys out there, if you're in your teens, you're not going to be able to pull this off. It's a mature type, fresh, sharp, barbershop type of scent. Would I say that this has an Aquaman type of vibe? No. So if you're thinking of Aquaman and you're thinking about the recent one I reviewed, Hugo Boss Now, no. If you're thinking Aquaman like Dolce Gabbana Light Blue, YSL Eau de Parfum, if you're thinking down that line that it has that blue aquatic type scent, no, it doesn't. And that's where you initially get put off, because I initially thought too with Aquaman this is going to be this fresh blue aquatic, an oceanic type scent. That's what I perceived when I look at the notes and look at the marketing and advertising behind this fragrance. However, after getting my nose on it, it has a similar type of blue vibe. However, it's not the one that I was thinking about, and it's not going to have that blue aquatic vibe that most of you out there have been thinking about too. So letdown is going to be, it doesn't have any wow factor. Does it smell nice? Yes. Is it okay? Yes. Is it going to get the job done? Yes. Is this something that you throw on casually? Yes. Is this something that you throw on to get a compliment? No, I don't really see this being a compliment getter. Like even spraying it right now, it's a fresh scent. Yeah, does it smell nice? It does. But I don't see somebody wearing this just to get a compliment. In fact, it's just to get time pass. Something that you throw on while you don't want to wear your other scents. This is what it is. It's an okay scent. Let's move over, guys, to the performance of this fragrance. Now, with me, another, not a letdown, but this had average performance. It wasn't the best. It wasn't great. It was just a little bit below good. With performance, guys, I got close to 2 to 2.5 hours. The scent, most of the time it did project within the 1 hour, but around the second hour mark it started to get close to the skin. Longevity on clothes, again, it was around the 5 to 6 hour mark. So not the best performer from the house of the Davidoff Coolwater lineup. It could have been better. So let's talk about recommendations. Best worn in the summer, as mentioned previously, it's casual scent, it's an okay scent, it's your average scent, the scent that you want to wear when you don't want to wear anything else, you don't want to pick up your expensive items, you just have this lying around, you want to try it out, you like the way it smells, you like that barbershop fresh aquatic type vibe that it has, then yes, put it on. Performance wise, not the best of performance. 2 hours to 2.5 hours projection and 5 to 6 hours of longevity. Let's not talk about pricing, which is going to play a big part depending on where you are and how much you pay for this. Over here in the UK, notino.co.uk has Davidoff Coolwater Aquaman on right now for £41, and that price, with all due respect, is completely ridiculous. Do I recommend anybody buy this for over £20? No, I wouldn't. Do I recommend you purchase this over $20? No, wait till it hits discounters and then pick it up. It's a good scent, not one of the best out there. However, I would not recommend anybody pay over $20 for this scent, as it's not got any wow factor. There's nothing to this that screams out anything, except it's just a okay average scent. So not a disappointment from the house of Davidoff. It could have been better. Again, let's now compare this to the original Davidoff Coolwater. So I do have the original bottles too of the house of Davidoff. You have Davidoff Coolwater Intense and you have the original Davidoff. This one's complete. Both of them are completely finished. So both of them are nearly absolutely finished. I only have a last maybe a couple of mils left in each bottle. Now, between the three, guys, who am I going to give the win to between the three? With all due respect to all the Davidoff Coolwater original lovers out there, this was a good fragrance. It was a great fragrance, but guys, it was released in 1988, and there's a lot of fragrances out there that also smell similar to this scent, and in my opinion, the scent is a little bit outdated. However, it does still smell nice. It will still get you compliments. It still has that projection, that longevity. This has that blue aquatic type scent too, a citrusy type of scent. This has it. However, in my opinion, the one that I love the most is going to be the Intense, guy. So I'm going to give my #1 rating to the Coolwater Intense. This is one that I like. This had green mandarin, coconut nectar, and amber, and man, is this a beautiful fragrance. Most people on Fragrantica and most people everywhere, the only reason they were so pissed off is simply because this was meant to outdo this and be a better version of the Coolwater original, and when it didn't match up to this scent, most people were annoyed by this, gave it a bad rating. But I myself, I love this scent, I enjoy this scent. Comparing it to the original, I prefer this a lot more. Guys, when you have a scent that's been around since 1988, there's only so much improvisation that you can do. Most people have already smelt it, and for everybody to wear it to copy it, to clone it, to imitate it, and then in 2019 you want to come out with something that smells similar. This has already been out for too long, so I was quite pleased when I smelled the Intense on how it didn't smell anything like the original. I like the fact that it didn't smell anything like the original, and that's what I would say. So between the three of them, guys, I'm gonna give my number one spot to Davidoff Coolwater Intense. The number two spot goes to Davidoff Coolwater Original, and the number three spot goes to, guys, Davidoff Coolwater Aquaman. This is within the Coolwater lineup. These are the only three that I have, the only three that I've tried. So yeah, all are great fragrances, great ones to try. My first recommendation, Intense, then the original, and then Aquaman. If you're purchasing or planning on purchasing a bottle of Aquaman, guys, please do not buy this on a high price. Wait till it hits discounters and then pick it up. Just to summarize and reiterate, overall price is a bit expensive. The scent is okay but not great. Projection is below good. It's just about average, guys. Scent wise, yeah, it's okay. Sharp, citrus, woody, black pepper. Not aquatic scent, but more of a citrus woody scent. That's enough here from me. Look good, smell good fragrance reviews, guys. I appreciate you checking out my channel. Please do hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. See you on the next one, guys. Thank you. Take care.